Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first interview of 2013 for Mingling with the Mayor. I'm here with Jim Adolphson, who some say is retiring and some say is being fired. I know Human Resources won't really talk about it, so I'll assume you're being fired.
That's correct.
But this is an interview I've always wanted to do. Jim has a reputation for being somewhat of the Dark Lord on campus, and has a lot of power, but it's all behind the scenes. I don't know if you knew that.
There's all these rumors.
Well, we'll get right off the bat here, Jim. A lot of people want to know this. I'm kind of intimidated even asking you. I'm not sure what your reaction will be, but why are you so mean?
I've been asked that before. I've always said, kindness wins friendship, firmness wins respect. I'm not mean, I'm just firm.
Firm. And have you gotten that respect?
No.
Well,
I've tried.
I'll be your friend.
That's why I become mean. I get respect.
I'll be your friend.
Can I ask for someone else?
You may. You may. And when you leave the university, who will you say no to every day, as you've done here for how many years?
37.
Who's your next victim to say no to?
The dog.
The dog. Is the dog deaf?
Dog's dead.
Better than deaf. All right. This is somewhat kind of a personal question. Do you think I'm pretty, or I can rephrase that, do you find me attractive?
You're joking. You're asking the wrong person.
All right. A lot of people are curious, what lies ahead for you in your days post-CLU?
I haven't thought about it yet. But sleeping in for one.
All right.
Being able to get a phone call to go fishing and not worry about the trustees meetings occurring or anything else. The free time is probably the biggest answer.
And you'll be somewhat south of here?
Yeah, I bought a place down the South Sound on Key Peninsula.
Wonderful. Am I invited there at any time?
Are you kidding? Anyone asks me if I think I'm cute, you know. My question is, who made you mayor?
And that's a fair question. No one. I'm self-appointed, but it was a very close election. I won by 1 vote.
You have the only vote?
It was my only vote. But unlike when I ran for student body president and I lost by 2, but I did vote for the other person because I thought that's what gentlemen did.
What year did you run for student body president?
That would have been 1987.
Who did you run against?
Abiy Garame, a fellow from Ethiopia. And he won at the height of the famine in Ethiopia. I fancy a guess that if it had been 1860s, I would have won, being Irish and having had my own famine at that point. But
so much for elections.
So much for elections.
You couldn't stuff the box at all?
No, I know how Al Gore feels.
I won't comment.
Okay. Now, is it true that you know where all the bodies are buried on campus?
Fiscal bodies, yes.
Okay, fiscal bodies. That works, actually.
Yeah.
Are there many?
Well, there's more than you want to know about.
All right.
I'm not at liberty to say.
All right.
And hope Mary Peterson's not watching this.
Mary guarantees me she's never seen an interview.
Good. She's our in-house counsel, you realize that?
Yes, of course.
Yes, okay.
And quite good at it, I'm
Yes.
told. I try not to talk to her.
Try not to talk to anyone.
That's true. Can you tell me something about yourself that you really don't want anyone to know?
I'm a nice guy.
You're a nice guy? I can see why you wouldn't want to let that out.
Yeah, you lose the firmness aspect.
Yes. I might take that on myself.
Do you want to take over my role when
Yeah.
I leave on Tuesday?
I can say no to people.
It's easier than yes.
Is it?
You practice enough, it becomes very easy.
Just in the mirror, just no.
No.
And plus no means no.
Exactly.
All right. I think I've got it. No. Was that convincing?
No.
Having attended both Seattle U and University of Washington, what do you have to say about both institutions?
Well, I've always said I got a degree from the University of Washington, but had to come to SU for an education. As far as an education goes, SU has it hands down.
All right. I didn't get into UW, but SU was kind enough to take me.
understand it. We were hurting for an enrollment back in those
It's true,
days.
it's true. No, Father David Lee was kind enough to let me in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a good man. Now, of course...
Has he got over that yet?
I don't think so. Now, you've worked under Sunborg and Sullivan.
That's correct.
I understand if you don't want to answer this question, but put yourself ahead 3 weeks in time, and I'm asking you this as no longer an employee of the university. Who was a tougher president to work for?
They both were, in different aspects. You always had to agree with Sullivan.
Okay.
Sunberg will understand when you disagree with him.
Okay. Who did you say no to more often?
Neither one.
And a lot of people will often ask your use of the pencil. One might be seen as archaic, but you still prefer that to a pen.
If I can't erase it, I won't write it.
All right. We are going to miss you.
Okay.
And I'll take that invitation to come down anytime and stay at your house. I appreciate that.
Just bring your tools down.
I will.
Work on
Oh, I will. I will. I hope this doesn't make you nervous, Jim. I can comfortably say I love you. How does that make you feel?
I'd like to return the same. Cut.